A big exciting show today, and of course an exciting show for me. We're doing a in-studio wine tasting and cheese pairing with the lovely...
Wait a minute, an in-studio wine tasting?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is that legal?
I believe so.
We're
it's
joined,
the weekend edition.
Yeah,
it's allowed.
We're joined by the lovely Emma Swain, the CEO over at St. Superi, and she's going to talk about arts in April and, of course, these delicious wine and cheese pairings.
Emma, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, Michael and Eric. It's wonderful to be with you.
She is our co-host for the day. Who else on the broadcast, Eric?
Also, we're going to be talking with restaurant legend and James Beard Award winner Sam Fox.
Yeah, he's got a lot of restaurants, healthy restaurants, the Fox concept. So we'll be talking with him about that. Who else?
Also, our good buddy with the weekend movie wrap-up, Steve Evans, Steve, the movie guy.
Now, it's today a big day. It's Blueberry Popover Day today, all day long. The popovers, they kind of puff up when they bake, popping over the edge of the tin. They're light, they're crispy on the outside, warm and wonderful on the inside. You can fill them with custards, creams, fruits, sweet treats, and especially blueberries. That's why it's Blueberry Popover Day today. Similar to Yorkshire pudding, they can be served with a lot of combinations over there. They're made with eggs, milk, flour, salt, and when you do that, the eggs, milk, and should be at room temperature. That produces the best result, and the batter is thin, but enough air that when it bakes, the steam expands the batter, causing it to puff up and pop over the tin. A couple of facts for you. In 1850, the oldest known reference to popovers was in a letter to E.E. Stewart. I'm glad E.E. shared that with us. And in 1876, the first cookbook with a popover recipe, Practical Cooking by M.N. Henderson. So there you have it. Good. Now, on Saturday, it's a weekend edition, a big day. It's Johnny Appleseed Day today. You know, those apples that bloom across the country. Johnny labored to bring the shade of those trees across much of the country. He was in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They have a Johnny Appleseed Park, and there's a grave marking the spot where the legendary sower of the Appleseeds rests now. And he was born John Chapman, September 26th in 1774. He was in Leominster, Massachusetts, and not much is known. His father, apparently, his mom died when he was 2. His dad packed up Johnny and his sister, and he had an infant brother who had passed away. I mean, a lot of tragedy there, and they moved to Springfield, Massachusetts. His father served as a Minuteman and fought at Bunker Hill. In 1797, Johnny Appleseed shows up in northwestern Pennsylvania propagating with the Appleseeds, and he worked his way west, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, eventually into Illinois and Iowa and Michigan and Wisconsin, and he left these orchards. He planted them, and he was a follower of a guy named Emanuel Swedenborg, who was a Swedish spiritual leader, and he would buy those books with whatever payment he got, and he would teach those teachings as he went through, and he had the seedlings along the way, and there's stories about him that would travel, and he became a legend as he went along, and he was in the Midwest, and then he was in Warren County, Pennsylvania. They lay claim to Johnny Appleseed's first tree nursery, and in Mansfield, Ohio, they honor him with a South Park, and the very last Johnny Appleseed tree still lives in Mansfield, Ohio, or actually in rural Ashland County, Ohio, and it survives. Half of it still manages to bloom in the spring. Now, you can celebrate Johnny Appleseed's Day either March 11th or September 26th. We choose March 11th, so it's a long way to go about it, but I guess, learn about Johnny Appleseed. And, of course, Sunday, Daylight Savings Time.
Thank goodness.
You're happy about that?
Oh, I'm so happy.
Emma, you like Daylight Saving Time?
Oh, I don't. I'm an early morning girl. It's just starting to get light in the morning, and then you take it away from me.
I know. That's what I was thinking. But then I kind of like the long days. I like because we can go out and do projects when we get home from work, right?
That's exactly right, sir. Thank you.
Work in the yard.
Yeah.
Dig a tree, plant an apple tree if we want to. It's good. It'd be good.
That's an idea.
So, all right, we'll be right back here. Stay with us. What's cooking today?
Welcome to Staples.
Staples guy, I just got to town and I need a presentation printed for a big meeting tomorrow.
Well, Staples has everything you need to print, scan, and fax.
Great. Oh, just got a text. The home office made changes to the presentation.
No problem. You can access your files from a USB, email, or the cloud.
And the meeting isn't tomorrow, now it's today.
Our machines are self-service, so there's no waiting.
And it's not here. Now it's in Ebensburg.
I hear it's lovely this time of year.
Print, scan, fax, and copy at Staples. Your office away from home.
For life's aches and pains, choose Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray. It works fast, and it's easy to use. Designed to work odor-free in all those remote areas. It works here. It's odor-free here. It works here. Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray. Fast-acting, easy-to-use, odor-free pain relief for all those remote areas. Available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and other fine retailers.
Welcome back here to What's Cooking Today, the weekend edition. I'm Michael Horn, along with the great Eric Hines.
Oh, thank you, sir. And, of course, we're joined by the lovely Emma Swain in studio from St. Supri, and she's going to talk about the arts in April. Emma, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks so much for having me. It's great to be back here with the two of you.
Yeah, it's good to have you with us, Emma Swain. You are up in Napa Valley, California, St. Supri Winery, one of the great areas up there, the Dollar Hide Vineyards, all the good wines that you make there. Give us some background on where you're located in Napa Valley.
So our winery is located in the heart of Napa Valley in Rutherford, and our second vineyard, our Dollar Hide Vineyard, is in the northeastern hills of Napa Valley, high elevation.
And you
vineyard.
have threatened to take me there so I can go there when it's like the fog is there in the morning. I want to see that someday. That's on my bucket list.
All right. Well, let's fulfill your bucket list because
Yes.
that's my goal.
That's it. That's good. And you have things. Now, you're the CEO of St. Supri, but, I did a little studying about you. And, you have a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture and Managerial Economics. You went to the University of California in Davis. Your accounting. You were at Niebaum Coppola Winery for a while. You were at Sebastiani. So you have a firm background in wine. How long have you been at St. Supri?
I've been at St. Supri a little over 8 years now, and we've been doing a lot of great things at the winery.
You do. You actually, I should tell the audience when they go there, this is a place you must stop because not only do you have great tasting, there are like events. You have a chef on staff that can do special things where they pair cheeses and things in that nature with wine. I mean, tell everybody about what you do there.
Well, for April coming up, we're doing an entire month of Arts in April in conjunction with the Arts Council of Napa Valley, where we're celebrating the art of cheese. We're going to have cheese demonstrations, cheese pairings. We're going to have cheese art. We have an incredible artist from Pennsylvania, Mike Gino, who does beautiful paintings of very sexy food, particularly cheese.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so this whole month then in April in Napa Valley is Art Month, is that correct?
It's Arts in April all month long, and so we look for
You chose
art
cheese.
in everything. And we chose cheese.
That's a great thing.
Because we have so many incredible cheesemongers and producers throughout Northern California. We thought we would celebrate their local art combined with our local art of wine and, of course, some beautiful paintings of cheese and opportunities for you to learn about how to make mozzarella, how to create the most beautiful cheese plate, how to pair your wine and cheese. So there's incredible experiences all month long. Just make a reservation and come on down.
Now, the lovely Courtney and Eric and myself attempted to put some cheese out on a cheese plate, so I think we would benefit from how to make a beautiful cheese plate because we do have the cheese platter. I do believe we have the plastic knives because they won't allow us to have anything that might hurt us here at CRN. And but you actually, there's an art to that. Then there will be classes that. How do we know when we want to attend some of these classes?
So Jessica Lawrence, who's a cheesemonger, was the invitational winner in 2017 for displaying cheese platters. There's actual competitions and people who are true pros at this. It's quite remarkable. Her platters are incredible, and she's flying up to Napa Valley to do classes with us.
Oh, great. So and those will be set up on certain days. Now, you have a new chef you said on board, too?
Yes. Chef Brittany is the one who chose the cheeses for us today, and she's been creating pairings all day long at the winery, and we have a new chef's table that we do with her, so you can make a reservation.
What's the chef's table?
So Chef Brittany is incredibly talented, and we have an acre and a half of produce at the winery, as well as the chickens, and we've got...
You grow your own stuff there.
We grow our own stuff,
Yeah.
and so Brittany has been planting what she would like in the garden, and she's taking that, talking to you, finding out what you enjoy eating, and creating the perfect pairings for you when you come. And so you'll do several sets of pairings, and she'll explain to you why they work so well with our wines, and hopefully leave you with an experience like you've never had before.
So great wine and food. And we should talk about your wines. I mean, you have my go-to Sauvignon Blanc. If there's a Sauvignon Blanc fan out there, this is the one at St. Supri. Tell us about that.
Oh, I just love our Sauvignon Blanc. You know, we make two, both from our Dollarhide vineyard, which is a nice high elevation vineyard. They're very bright and vibrant, but yet they have texture and weight to them. It's not just all about acid. There's plenty of fruit. You know, we're in Napa Valley where we have warm days and cool nights, so we get the benefit of the fruit. We get those tropical fruit flavors, the guava, but yet a little bit of the green lime and citrus too, and pink grapefruit that makes Sauvignon Blanc so fun.
And what's the difference between the two Sauvignon Blancs that you have?
So we make a Sauvignon Blanc that's 100% stainless steel fermented, our Napa Valley Estate Sauvignon Blanc, which I know is one of your favorites.
I love it.
And it's just the perfect wine for the springtime weather that we have.
It's a little more on the, we'll say, the New Zealand side a little bit. It's got a little more jumps out at you on that one, correct?
Yeah, very expressive, very bright. And then we have our Dollarhide Sauvignon Blanc, which also has that bright fruit, but we spend a little bit of it in barrel fermentation in new French oak, and it adds this texture and weight to the palate that enables it to kind of carry through a lot more courses at dinner.
I'm salivating thinking of it right now. My mind is trained. And that is what I call true Napa Valley style Sauvignon Blanc, because you round the edges off it. And a lot of people that say, I don't like Sauvignon Blanc, if they taste that one, they come away with it. And I've seen friends of mine, Howard Price, other people say, well, I could drink that Sauvignon Blanc because it's more in the style of a finished wine. I won't take it away because I love the brightness and the crispness of the first one. I'm a kind of a two-phase Sauvignon Blanc drinker there for it, you know, but you have the two different styles.
Right. You have one to start with while you're cooking and one to drink with dinner.
Perfect thought. Now, what else? What else do you produce there?
So we also produce a lot of different Cabernets. And
Yeah.
Cabernet and Sauvignon Blanc, those are really our specialties. So at Dollarhide, we have a single vineyard Cabernet that's 100% Cabernet Sauvignon from some very old vines on the hillsides at Dollarhide. The vines are about 35, 38 years old.
Wow.
And just great density.
Planted by Johnny
texture.
Grapeseed, by the way.
Well, planted by Robert Scally.
Okay, Robert did it. All right, good.
But the wines are really wonderful. Dollarhide, you know, it's a 1,530-acre property. It's like a valley within Napa Valley, and we've planted a third of that. But as you know, Napa has half of all the soils in the world, and at Dollarhide, we have 13 different soils. So on the hillside, we're planting this fantastic Cabernet Sauvignon, Malbec, Petit Verdot. And on the flat ground, which is still at a high elevation, we're planting a lot of Sauvignon Blanc and a little Muscat Canelli.
Ooh. So yeah, you have some blends there too also, right, that you do with some of the wines?
We do. We make our Alu, which I know you enjoy.
Love Alu.
And that comes from both properties. And it really takes the great mountain fruit that has a lot of structure and then the beautiful soft tannins that we get in Rutherford with some of the Rutherford Merlot blended with the Cabernet.
How do you spell
location.
Alu?
E-L-U.
Okay, and then what's the other one?
The Vertu.
Vertu, that's
Vertu,
it, yeah.
that's the Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc blend.
Yeah.
We call that the white wine for red wine lovers because it's got a lot of heft.
Is that what we call it, heft?
Heft.
We have new terms we're learning. I'm going to write that one down. It's heft.
Heft.
That's, you know what? If I use that when I do my descriptors of wine, people are going to say, that guy knows what he's talking about. That wine, Eric, you like that? Heft?
That's pretty hefty.
I have some heft, but I've been on a diet to try to take care of that. Just trying to loosen my heft. But it's good in wine to have heft, right?
It's good to have a little heft.
What's the website at Saint Superi?
It's just saintsupery.com, STSUPERY.com.
STSUPERY.com. Love it. We're going to taste some cheese straight ahead. Get out your platters over there. Take some notes. Turn on a recorder. I'm going to tell you how to do some good pairings of good cheeses and why. Emma Swain is here from Saint Superi Winery. You got Eric Hines. You got Michael Hornitz. Oh, what's cooking on CRN, the Crush Radio Network?
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. Little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
This is Larry Minetti for Herpanicin, the acne medication that really works from the inside out. If you suffer from skin problems, Herpanicin is the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out and gets rid of all kinds of acne and blemishes on your back, neck, and your face. It works so well, you can look and feel like a movie star. Herpanicin, a natural supplement created by Dr. Wayne Diamond. You take a pill, and that's it. I've been on these supplements, and they really work, folks. Don't be afraid to look in the mirror ever again. Get Herpanicin today. Call 888-467-4200. That's 888-467-4200. Herpanicin, it really works. 888-467-4200. Tell them Larry Minetti told you to call and look and feel like $1 million with Herpanicin. Call 888-467-4200.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
We are back. What's cooking today? The nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. Michael Horn with Eric Hines.
And of course, we're joined by the lovely Emma Swain and these delicious glasses of wine that we're seeing here and some wonderful cheese pairings. We have some truffle cheese, some goat cheese, some delicious brie. I mean, we're having a great time in the studio today.
The Art of Cheese is at St. Supri Winery Vineyard in Napa Valley, and it's the art months, the month of arts. Is that
Arts in April.
Arts in April. I'm sorry, Arts in April, and so you're participating in that at St. Supri with wine and cheese pairings. The Art of Cheese. Now, just before the break, you cut all these cheeses here and put them on the plate, and one of them is has truffle in it. Correct?
It does, and I love the truffle in the goat cheese, both with our Rutherford Merlot and the Dollarhide Sauvignon Blanc. That truffle just kind of gives it this really sort of sexy quality.
Now, you've used the word sexy a couple of times, Ms. Wayne, so what do you mean by that?
Well, it has that nice aroma that kind of makes your toes curl.
Ooh, I felt the toes just move in a little bit there.
That?
You mentioned that you've been pairing popcorn with truffle oil. Is that correct?
So I use the popcorn. I cook the Rancho Gordo popcorn, which is that beautiful red popcorn, in coconut oil. And then I do the truffle salt, because salts are actually a little bit better way to go. And I have a herbs de Provence salt that I do with the Rutherford Merlot, too. Which is
it pairs
really
with
great.
the Merlot, is what you're saying?
It pairs with the Merlot and with the Dollarhide Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay, so we've got the cheese tray. And, of course, we put this up on video at crntalk.com. You can get us on Roku, Tiki Live. And we've got our cheese tray there. Now, I have the Sauvignon Blanc to start with, and this is the true Napa style Sauvignon Blanc. Is that correct, this one here?
This one has a little bit of barrel fermentation.
So it's rounded on the edges. It still gives you that good acid at the beginning. You salivate. You can hear it. As soon as I smelt it, I started to salivate. And now what cheese do I want to pair with this?
So I think we should start with the Sky Hill Farms Chev goat cheese with that. And
that's
then
this one here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one without the truffle. Yes,
without the
that's
truffle.
Yep.
So so now
Cheese
tell us
number
about.
2.
So this should be the goat cheese. and that is why.
So it's great. The tanginess in this goat cheese is an ideal match for Sauvignon Blanc. It's bright, yet a rich chev, and it's just a great complement to Sauvignon Blanc. Both are Napa Estate Sauvignon Blanc and the Dollar Hide.
Oh, my. It takes those edges and rolls them off there. And the taste profile, we used to have a woman on that here that talked about the cheese superhighway right down the center of the tongue. This is delicious. I like the way you said that. Now I'm getting the sexy part of this episode. Take it easy here. People want to maybe use the soundtrack of this show later with your own cheese pairing. So this is what goat cheese is this now?
So this is the Sky Hill Farms Chev goat cheese.
Chev goat cheese, and that is with the Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
Eric, your thoughts on this?
Well, I definitely tend to agree with you on this. You know, you start off with the Sauvignon Blanc that really's got that crisp, bright flavor, a lot of fruit forward coming through that. And then you pair it with that goat cheese, and it just really takes everything right back down. And then you take that second sip of that Sauvignon Blanc, it just cuts right through it.
And it goes right, extends the taste, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the next one we're going to go to?
So we're going to next try the Laura Chanel Black Truffle Goat Cheese.
Okay, that's the next one over. Then you can see the little truffle in there. It's got the truffle mushroom in there. And okay, so tell me about this now. What's this going to do?
So this brings this beautiful earthiness to the wine, and it pulls out the oak, and you get just layers of complexity on the palate. And I think you're going to really love that as well with the Merlot. So we'll try it with the Dollar Hide Sauvignon Blanc, and then with our Rutherford Vineyard Merlot.
It does bring out the oak. It gives you,
yeah, absolutely.
What do you say? It's got heft to the wine. It brings out the heft to the wine is what you're talking about. And this is something where you could have like this kind of a tasting with your family and friends is a fun thing. And people can all comment on what they feel about this.
Yeah, it really increases the weight and density on the palate, the heft, and it just gives it a fuller, richer feel.
So this is the truffle goat cheese, and you'll leave us the notes so we can post them up on our website, correct?
Absolutely.
So people can cut and maybe do something like this weekend at their house. And I'm salivating here. Now, you said we can also, did you pour Merlot for us?
So I poured for you our Rutherford Vineyard Merlot, which I think is one of the prettiest wines that we make. I love our Rutherford wines. They have these great fine-grained tannins. This is 99% Merlot from the parcel right in front of the winery, and it's also going to be fantastic with that truffle goat. And then we'll try it with the Marin French Company Triple Cream.
All right, we're at the cheese here. I have the goat cheese with the truffle, and now the Merlot. Wow. That just flatlines that out for you right now. Talk about heft. That's a great balanced Merlot. That is so smooth.
It is.
People that have said they're not drinking Merlot should try this. What is this one again?
So it's our Rutherford Vineyard Merlot from St. Supri.
I got to get some of that. All right, we're going to take a quick break, come back with more. Emma Swain is here, St. Supri Wines, The Art of Cheese. We're having a class here on the show today. Michael Horn, Eric Hines from CRN, the Crush Radio Network, or the Cheese Radio Network if you prefer.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. Several new options in theaters this weekend, the most anticipated being the PG-13 rated Kong Skull Island. Stars Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, and John Goodman. This King Kong film comes 12 years after Peter Jackson's 2005 release and 84 years after the original black and white version from 1933. So glad to have a new one in the theaters. For my review of Kong Skull Island and more movie stuff, visit mungleshow.com or follow me on Twitter at @themungle.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal, marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
Hey guys, Ryan the Rhino DeSico here for my friends at Liberty HealthShare. If your healthcare has become a burden and you're worried about being stuck for another year, listen up because you do have options. Liberty HealthShare could be the solution to your problem. Open enrollment is here, and this could be your chance to free yourself from insurance. Take this opportunity and join Liberty HealthShare. You can finally be in control and have freedom when it comes to your healthcare. Liberty HealthShare offers an entirely open network, which means you choose your own doctors and you choose your own hospitals. Liberty HealthShare offers freedom from insurance, meaning there are no related tax penalties. To find out how you can easily make the change, call Liberty HealthShare today at 855-585-4237 or visit their website at libertyhealthshare.org. That's libertyhealthshare.org. Do it today.
Hi, friends. This is Larry Minetti. Go to LarryMinetti.com to get my book, Aloha Magnum. You'll read all about the wonderful guest stars like Carol Burnett, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, and many, many more. There is an episode guide and my favorite recipes that I really cook at home. I will include a free signed photo with every book. Get Aloha Magnum at LarryMinetti.com. Order now. Aloha.
We're back. What's cooking today? The nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. It's our weekend edition. Michael Horn with Eric Hines.
And what better way to kick off this amazing day of
Emma Swain.
And of course, Emma Swain, Jody.
Our co-host.
What a great way to kick off this show with Emma Swain and having these delicious cheese and wine pairings. Then to move now to restaurant legend and James Beard Award winner Sam Fox. Hey, Sam, how's it going?
Hello, how are you?
Hey, Sam, good to have you here on the show. Welcome. We're enjoying wine and cheese pairings. Are you a fan of this?
Sure, why not?
That's right, why not? Emma Swain is here from St. Supri, and it's just great. And, Sam, you're a James Beard Award winner. You've been nominated so many times. Give us a little background. How did you get in? How did you become a chef? Was it as a kid you wanted to do this, or how did it all start?
Well, my background is really as a restaurateur. I grew up in the restaurant business. I'm a third-generation restaurant kid, and when I was little, the school bus used to drop me off at my parents' restaurants, and so I spent all of my younger years in the restaurant. I dropped out of college when I was 21 to open up my first restaurant in '92.
Wow.
And had 3 years of experiencing trying to figure out how to run a business and be in a restaurateur and figuring out how to actually make money at this job, which is sometimes hard to do.
Where was the childhood restaurant? Where was your parents' restaurant?
It was in Tucson, Arizona.
Wow.
I grew up in Tucson, Arizona. Yeah,
I love Tucson.
I was born in Chicago. But my family moved to Tucson for the weather. My mom hated the cold.
What's the name of the restaurant in Tucson, the family restaurant?
My dad had a restaurant called The Hungry Fox, and then he had a Mexican restaurant called Los Dientes.
Yeah, we used to do Taste the Greats in Tucson. We'd fly in and have 3 wines and a chef do 3 items of food, and we'd pair them up, and they'd compete against each other. Tucson's a great food town. So that was your home base, but now you've got what?
Yep.
How many restaurants do you now have? The Fox Restaurant Concepts.
Yeah.
How many now?
Yeah, I live in Phoenix now, and we have 60 restaurants, and we're in about 12 states right now, and we have we're going to open up 12 new restaurants this year alone. So we're busy. Got a lot going on.
Now it's the Fox Restaurant Concept. So how many different concepts do you have?
Yeah, we have 16, and we're about to open up a new a new concept in 2 weeks called Doughbird, which will be our 17th concept.
Doughbird, where's that going to be?
Doughbird. It's basically farm to table pizzas and rotisserie. And so it's dough like in the pizza dough,
right?
And then bird as in that. And so we have this incredible rotisserie that we're doing all these free-range chickens on, and then we do prime ribs. We're doing this really interesting rotisserie cauliflower. And then we have these really great, unique pizzas that have great flavors that I sort of, as growing up, flavors that I loved, and we put them into pizzas. We have a crispy pastrami Gruyere, pickled mustard seed, and rye salt pizza.
Oh, my.
And then we have this great Korean barbecue pizza, and so it's a lot of interesting flavors.
Now, where is this restaurant going to be located?
That's going to be in Phoenix.
So it's in Phoenix. So if we want to find your restaurants across the country, is there like a website we can go to find out where you're?
Go to foxrestaurants.com, and you can pull up all of our restaurants. And we're centralized. We have a lot in Texas, a lot obviously in Arizona. California is a big territory for us, and then sprinkled throughout. Atlanta and we're in Fairfax, Virginia. We just opened in Chicago. So we're kind of all over the place now.
What about the True Food Kitchen? That's one of your concepts. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so True Food is a restaurant I started with a gentleman named Dr. Andrew Weil, who also lives in Tucson. And I knew Andy growing up from coming into my stores. And Andy was, for the last 25, 30 years, has been leading the revolution on sort of integrative medicine and eating healthy. When people said, what does that mean when you're eating healthy, 25, 30 years ago, what it would do for your body. So Andy and I partnered up. We did a restaurant together in Phoenix about 9 years ago. And it follows the anti-inflammatory diet, which is similar a little bit to the Mediterranean, the Asian diet. And so all the food there's a reason all the food is on the plate that's there. We try not to talk a lot about food as medicine, but we sort of integrated a lot of really powerful things into the food. And what's great about it is you can go there and you don't even doesn't feel like you're at a health food restaurant.
Right.
It just has a really health halo over everything. So let's say my wife, who's super vegan, and she wants to go there, but I want to go and I want to have a burger. I can have a grass-fed burger.
Love it.
On a cracked meat bun. So I have we have a little bit of both sides of the fence. So it really plays well, and there's something for everybody on the menu.
And you got wines there, so we can pair wines?
Yes, we have lots of wines. We have all organic and biodynamic wines as well. And along with the beers, we have like a lot of gluten-free things and stuff. So, and then we have really interesting cocktails that are really made with some unique ingredients like sea buckthorn and some things, turmeric, and some things that are really a lot more interesting than your typical drinks.
Sam Fox is here, restaurateur extraordinaire. He has his concept restaurants, the Fox Restaurant Concepts. You, Sam, people should know this. I think you were the first to put a kale salad on the menu. Am I right?
Correct. Andy, that was one of Andy's early dishes, and it was almost 9 years ago, and we talked about it. I go, who in the hell is going to eat a kale salad? And
Emma just said, yay, I eat the kale salad. Come on.
And I'll say it's the number one item on the menu, and we're up to 16 True Foods around the country now, and it's our most popular dish. And the way we do it is just we use a great Tuscan kale. We break it down with a lot of acid from the lemon, and then just a little olive oil. It's a very, very simple recipe that Sandy's had for a long, long time. And I was shocked that when we sold our first one 9 years ago, and we haven't stopped selling them since. It's been crazy.
Hey, a lot of celebrities come to your restaurant. Drake has been there, I know. Gwyneth Paltrow, right? Chris Hemsworth.
We get a lot. We get a lot of athletes. We get a lot of celebrities.
Michael Horn.
Drake gave us a big shout out in Atlanta, and then we're in Santa Monica, so we get a lot of the Hollywood types. But we also get a lot of traveling celebrities around the country. Wherever we're at, they're seeking us out now, so it's been amazing as well.
What's the restaurant in Santa Monica?
We have a True Food, and then we have another restaurant called Flower Child, which is sort of the little sister of True Food. It's a healthy, fast casual, so it's quick. You walk up, order at the counter, or bring the food out to you. Really, like 7 minutes or less. Everything is made in the restaurant. Everything's scratch cooking. So for a fast casual restaurant, it's really masquerading as a full-service restaurant. The food's incredible,
Unbelievable.
quick, and really and a lot different price points.
Sam Fox, you're the man. We're gonna have. I'm going out to True Food or Flower Child in Santa Monica. We're gonna post all the restaurants up at crntalk.com. But give us your website if people want to copy it down so they can find your restaurants as well. Is it foxrestaurants.com? Is that right?
Yep, exactly, correct.
FOX Restaurant with an S on it, restaurants.com. You can also look up truefoodkitchen.com for the specific concept. Thanks so much for being with us, Sam. We really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.
All
Have
right.
a good one.
We're going to go have some kale salad. I can't wait.
Oh, me neither.
Right, Emma?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I'm in.
More and more people are opting for debit cards over cash. In fact, according to research by American Consumer Credit Counseling, as much as 80% of consumers use debit cards for everyday purchases. Ally Bank's CEO and President Diane Murray.
In order to build on that trend, banks really need to do two things: offer protection and proactive control for consumers. At Ally Bank, we're taking it a few steps further by offering cutting-edge capabilities to customize debit card preferences like never before.
This new technology provides real-time card controls right from an app on your phone. You can turn your credit card on and off with a click of a button and not only set spending limits, but limit the transaction type, like airline tickets or big-ticket household items.
It's also a great way to set budgets or spending limits for yourself, too.
New location-aware technologies will automatically deny transactions made outside of your current geographic location. You can also deny things like all international transactions. For more on debit card controls, go to ally.com.
A CNN original series.
Stop doubting and believe.
An epic saga from the dawn of history.
Behold, the man.
A miraculous journey that changed the world.
I will lay down my life for you. Whoever lives by believing in me will never die.
The greatest story ever told.
I believe you are the Son of God.
Finding Jesus. New season Sundays at 9 Eastern and Pacific on CNN.
At Discover, we believe anniversaries should be a time of celebration, not obligation. That's why we think annual fees are ridiculous. And now, just for giving us a try, we're going to give new card members a 1-year anniversary gift they'll never forget. At the end of your first year, we'll match all the cash back you've earned dollar for dollar. No caps and no catches, because we know if you try us, you'll like us. And that's worth every penny. Try it and believe it at discover.com/match. Cashback match offer only for new card members. Limitations apply.
Honey is not sweeter than wine, I'll tell you. That's a little taste of honey. We're having a taste of cheese and wine. Emma Swain is here from St. Superi Vineyards, and we are enjoying great St. Superi wines with wonderful cheese. All in April coming up. It's the Art of Cheese, right?
It's the Art of Cheese at St. Superi. You don't want to miss it. All month long, we're celebrating cheese in every form.
Now, then we have the big cheese here.
You bet.
Thank you. Every form, she said. And so you guys, while I was doing the Sam Fox interview, and by the way, Eric, you said you got your kids to eat kale salad. How?
It was really easy. You know, I made a great wilted kale salad, and I'm a vegetarian, so it's really easy for me to get into vegetables and different salads. But for my kids, to get them to eat the kale that we had in the fridge was almost impossible. So for me, I cut up a little bit of turkey bacon, threw it in the frying pan, got it browned, and then threw in some chopped up kale, let it saute for just a few seconds, just to wilt it a tiny bit. Put it in the bowl, and they just could not get enough of it.
So you wilt it down. I would think that's the way to go.
That's the way to go, yeah.
Now, Emma Swain got me to eat cheese because she brought in some goat cheese, truffle goat cheese. And you, too, while I was doing that. Emma, you've that cheese plate is going in. Yeah. Here's the thing. You had a blue cheese you brought, right?
Yeah, I brought this beautiful Point Reyes blue cheese. It's creamy, and it's pungent, and it can stand up to bold red wines. I mean, part of me thinks, I should be having this with Moscato. But then then when you put a little dried blueberry or dried cherry with it and you pair it with this incredibly well-structured Cabernet, it just
So the cab,
lights you up.
the drinking the cab is the 2013. Is that the Dollar Hyde?
It's the 2013 Rutherford Vineyard Cabernet.
It's got really good heft or structure to it, but it is so smooth and wonderful right out of the bottle. Now you said that, but while you two were talking and eating more cheese, which is none left in the tray, took some of the Merlot that you have. Is this the Rutherford Merlot?
That's the Rutherford Merlot.
And I put it with the blue cheese, and it was, I thought, even like a smooth explosion from the beginning to end. You want to try that?
Okay, yeah, I'm moving into that.
Now, what about our last cheese that I haven't tried yet? What is this one here?
So that is the Marin French Cheese Company Triple Cream Brie. You know, they won the best brie in the world a number of years ago, and they are the oldest cheese company in America.
What's the name of it again?
The Marin French Cheese Company.
As in Marin County?
As in Marin County, right out there.
Not to be confused with Cheech Marin.
That's true, but you still remember
that's a different agricultural product.
With the cab? Is that going with the cab?
So, yes, we were doing that with, actually, we were trying that with the Merlot, but it's also very nice with the Cabernet.
Don't wait for me to try it. It's just so good. This is the brie. Is you cut in that little slice. It's there on the thing. This was the number one brie in the world, really, in a competition?
It was the number one brie in the world. It was several years ago it won that, and I was just so proud of Northern California and the Marin French Cheese Company. And when I visited with them, they really love pairing food and wine. They're going to be at the winery during the month of April, tasting with us and sharing some of their cheeses and philosophy. But they have caves there in Marin where they make the cheese. It's really quite fabulous.
You've whetted our appetite. Dale Henry, the general manager at AM 1170, The Answer in San Diego, our flagship station, is a former guy from Napa Valley. So he's going to want to, I'm sure, bring a group up from San Diego. How do we go? How do we get there?
Well, just come on up, make a reservation online to do any of the experiences. We look forward to having you, and we'll put together something perfect, whether it's the chef's table, where we're pairing things from the garden and cheeses for you with our wines, or we're doing a wine and cheese pairing. Our 5 Bordeaux varietal tasting will include all the different cheeses.
So the 5 Bordeaux varietal, you're going to have the Merlot and the Cabernet,
Merlot, Cabernet, Malbec, Petit Verdot.
So we can buy those
Cabernet
wines there
Franc.
too? You got some?
You can.
I've had your Petit Verdot, which is great, and I've never had a bad Malbec, and yours is incredible, Napa Valley style.
Thank you.
It's very good. And so if people want to get the wines, they're available on your website as well, right?
Absolutely. And you can also look up the pairings that we have. We have recipes for the pairings and suggestions with all the wines. So you can make it at home. You can download tasting mats and do this with your friends. We'll send you the 5 Bordeaux varietal tasting kit, and you can have fun.
So what's the tasting kit? What is it? It's like the 5 wines that come
It's
there?
the 5 wines, the suggested pairings, all the notes and everything you need to do a tasting with all your friends at home.
The thing about the wine and the cheese tasting that we're having here right now is the taste lingers in your mouth for a long time. And I think, people, I'm a DJ, an old DJ, used to just like eat a sandwich in 2.5 minute record. You want to sit there and really savor this taste, because you can sit and talk and enjoy friendship while you're still enjoying the taste in your mouth from this. And then you go a completely different direction. You have the blue cheese there. You have the goat cheese with the truffle. You got the brie on there. This is just a wonderful pairing of cheeses.
Yeah, and the flavors they just keep going and going. There's just that great long finish, particularly with the Rutherford Cabernet, and adding that blue cheese to it.
You mentioned that you put some fruit on the tray too also. What would you add?
I would add some wild dried blueberries.
Blueberry popover day today,
blueberry
right?
popover
So you would put the
day.
dried blueberries there, and you pair that with what, the blue?
With the blue. I think it really
Blue
pulls
cheese, blueberries.
Blue cheese, blueberries. There we go. Point
Heft.
raised blue cheese, a little heft.
And you had a friend that you was a chef or something, and what term did she used to use?
Oh, Sharon Tyler Herbst. She used to say that wine makes my toes curl. And when
So we use that on the
we
that's
use
good.
that.
That's
Yeah,
good.
she knows.
So the wine makes your toes curl.
Remember, this is a family show here, Michael.
That is, but this is a good thing to know about when we've got the term heft in there now. Wine makes your toes curl. Right?
Yeah.
Anything else? Any other good?
Well, I think that great density, good acid, and a well-balanced wine.
Love it. All right, what's your website one more time?
SaintSupery.com.
The cheeses are up there. Everything is there.
The cheeses are up there. Pairings are up there.
Emma Swain, you're the best. Stay with us here. We got Steve the Movie Guy coming up. It is What's Cooking Today, Weekend Edition. Michael Horn, Eric Hines on CRN.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Turn down that radio!
If this sounds familiar, you know it's time to address your hearing loss. But custom hearing aids can cost as much as $5,000 each and are not covered by Medicare. The good news is MD Hearing Aid offers medical-grade, FDA-registered hearing aids for savings of up to 90% over traditional hearing aids. MD Hearing Aid was founded by a Chicago surgeon determined to develop a hearing aid that was technologically advanced, simple to use, and most of all, affordable. Call 1-800-511-8384. You'll speak with a trained MD hearing aid professional who will match you with the best hearing aid for your needs. Over 100,000 satisfied customers have already made the call. Call right now for our exclusive 45-day risk-free trial and get free shipping and a year's worth of free batteries, a $50 value. But you have to call right now. Call MD Hearing Aid at 1-800-511-8384. That's 1-800-511-8384.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal, marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
Welcome back to the weekend edition of What's Cooking Today, the nation's food, wine, restaurant, travel, and entertainment show. And now it's time for the Weekend Movie Report with Steve Evans. Steve, the Movie Guy.
It was a wow weekend for Wolverine last weekend. Logan making $88.4 million in this country alone, another $238 million worldwide. That was in one weekend, Michael.
Yeah, I had my rifle out and I was on watch in the backyard because I heard Wolverine was out, so I was on patrol.
Well, yeah, this is going to be his last movie, or the last Wolverine movie, according to Hugh Jackman. But with numbers like this, he may be rethinking it. Yeah, he's going, well, perhaps there's one more script to do. That's
Hugh,
incredible.
Rethink it, Hugh.
Get Out. This is a movie that cost $7 million to make. It made another $28 million. They think it might make another 100. Well, they may think it might make a total of $150 million before it's done. This is Jordan Peele's movie. Do you think he's going to be able to do another one?
Of course, so. Yes.
The Shack was number 3, followed by the Lego Batman movie and John Wick Chapter 2 rounded out the top 5. Well, Mike, how many Kong movies have there been?
Too many.
A lot of them, yeah.
Yeah, there's been way too many, and I can't believe there's another one coming out. I can't believe it.
Well, you remember the first one, of course, back in 1933.
I was in it.
I thought maybe you saw that one in the theater.
I was actually Kong.
Okay, that gives you an idea how long we've been doing these.
Yes.
This is supposed to be a terrific film, though. 79% of the critics are recommending. You know, it's the same old story. You got a team of explorers and soldiers traveling to this uncharted island in the Pacific, unaware that they're crossing into the domain of monsters, including the mythic Kong. But here's what's different about this. Well, for one thing, the soundtrack is great. It takes place in the 70s, so the soundtrack is good. The CGI, the computer effects are just incredible in this movie, and the cast. Listen to this. We have Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson, Brie Larson, John C. Reilly, and the one and only John Goodman in this. So, I don't know. It's going to be big.
Goodman gets it, doesn't he? Come on, he'll be eaten alive. Goodman's the one that's going to go. The heavyset guy always goes.
I'm a little slower than the rest, perhaps.
I'll say no spoilers from Steve.
I beg your pardon?
I said no spoilers, Steve.
Okay, no spoiler. 41 million. They think it's going to make 41. They think that Wolverine Logan is going to be number one again this week, and we'll talk about that in a moment. And then we have this movie called Raw, which is about when vegetarians go bad. 91% are recommending this one.
No.
When a young vegetarian undergoes a carnivorous hazing ritual at vet school.
No.
An unbidden taste for meat.
Not on this show, no.
I'd like to see this.
Let me finish. This is it's getting great reviews. 91% are recommending this. Everyone in Justine's family, Justine being played by Guérance Marillier, everyone in Justine's family is a vet and a vegetarian. And at 16, she's a brilliant student starting out at veterinary school where she experiences this decadent, merciless, and dangerously seductive world. Desperate to fit in, she strays from her family's principles and eats raw meat for the first time.
Well, she got keep her on the kale salad.
Will soon face terrible and unexpected. I see the same thing happen to you at a Black Angus Steakhouse.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
When your true self begins to emerge.
That's true.
91% recommending that. Okay, here's what's going to happen. Logan, they say, is going to make about 44 million, being number one again. Kong Skull Island should make about 41. Get Out should be number 3, followed by The Shack, and the Lego Batman movie will round out the top 5. That's what's happening at the box office. You can check it all out at the website. Have a great weekend.
Hey, thank you, Steve. Just wilt the kale lettuce. That's all you have to do, according to Eric Hines, and everything. That's how they solve the film. I don't want to do any spoilers, but I think that's what they did. Hey, you missed anything, go to our website at crntalk.com/what's cooking today. Download our cell phone app, free for your smartphone. Just dial pound 250 on your smartphone. When the call is answered, they'll ask you for the keywords. You say CRN Talk. Our app will be loaded directly to the phone. What's the website for St. Superi again, Emma Swain?
StSupery.com, StSupery.com.
That'll do it for you, so check that all out. For our executive producer, Courtney Kadare, for Eric Hines, I'm Michael Horn. Have a great weekend and eat well, everybody.
CRN Digital Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation. Of course, you can always listen live through your local cable TV provider, as well as on our website at crntalk.com. But if cutting-edge technology is more your style, you'll be happy to know that CRN is now available on Wi-Fi radio. Simply log on to Reciva.com, that's RECIVA.com, and look for CRN. You can access all of our great shows and listen live anywhere in the world. Be part of your favorite shows and get the full CRN listening experience you would have with any traditional radio, podcast, or a live stream from our website. For more information on where or how to listen, and for a full list of our programming, log on to crntalk.com and create your own listening experience today.
The radio channels. The radio channels.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Analysts expect the Federal Reserve to hike short-term interest rates next week following today's upbeat employment report. Employers added a robust 235,000 jobs last month, and they raised pay at a healthy pace. Economist Diane Swonk says the energy sector added a lot of jobs.
The oil sector itself, mining showed an increase of 8,000 jobs. That's small relative to the total jobs picture, it's the spillover unemployment that we see in other sectors that's more important when we look at what's going on in mining, and that's the spillover to everything from manufacturing, the steel industry, rail industry, and trucking.
Congressman Greg Walden says he's looking forward to a meeting later today with President Trump and HHS Secretary Tom Price. The Oregon Republican chairs the House Energy and Commerce Committee and says they'll talk about the GOP health care bill.
Dr. Price knows exactly what is possible, what's not possible, and the various ramifications of change. We look forward to the president's direct involvement.
Price, meanwhile, warns against putting too much stock in the Congressional Budget Office's upcoming report on the health care bill. Florida judge has denied a stand-your-ground defense for a retired Florida police officer fatally shot a man in a movie theater over texting. The judge today ruled that 74-year-old Curtis Reeves must stand trial in the death of 43-year-old Chad Olson. Malaysian authorities have confirmed the identity of a North Korean man poisoned with a deadly nerve agent at the Kuala Lumpur airport.
The body, which earlier on known as Kim Chol, has been confirmed to be Kim Jong-un,
the half-brother of North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. Wall Street at midday, the Dow's up 18 points, the Nasdaq ahead 17, and the S&P 5 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
A CNN original series.
Stop doubting and believe.
An epic saga from the dawn of history.
Behold, the man.
A miraculous journey that changed the world.
I will lay down my life for you. Whoever lives by believing in me will never die.
The greatest story ever told.
I believe you are the Son of God.
Finding Jesus. New season Sundays at 9 Eastern and Pacific on CNN.